Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Yeah, only covered it yesterday. The price rallied further into the target area and resistance area. It's now arrived at around $2.80. It's reached a main point, a really important decision point on this chart. So if you watched the last video, then you know why. Basically, we can summarize it already, or I can make you aware already before we really dive deep into the structure. For me, the $2.92 level is the key resistance level. So anything above that, and I would have to revise the structure. So basically, I need to see an immediate move down from here to keep this scenario alive, this wave count, in which we are watching for one more low to round about the $1.90 region, maybe even lower. Minimally, however, that would be ideal. Minimally below $2.19, which is the third wave low that formed in December, only a few weeks ago. So really key inflection point. So if we don't see that move to the downside, then I will have to assume that this overall long-term low that I'm tracking has already formed, and that we have to see substantial increases, or that we will see likely substantial increases over the coming weeks and months. The overall structure suggests that a larger degree of this decline, a larger degree third wave bottomed in May last year, a larger degree fourth wave topped in August last year, and then we started this 5-wave decline in wave 5. 1, 2, 3, and ideally this would be a 4, and ideally we get one more low. This is what I would primarily like to see, one more low. From here, however, a break above $2.92 again would mean I have to consider that the low is already in. For anybody who's new on the channel, throughout 2023 we've been watching for this new low, and it happened. But now when we zoom into the microstructure, it would still suggest that one more low, it would look better with one more low. Looking at this entire structure of the wave 5, of that move down that gave us that one more low that we were watching for. If we get really one more low, it would look best. But of course, nothing's guaranteed, and there's no need for the market to do it. That's why we always have a level that is relevant as a key threshold level or inflection point, basically, where we can say, okay, if we move beyond that level, the expectation has to change. But literally, I explained it yesterday. What are we talking about? I mean, we're talking maybe about one more low, but if you consider the depth of the decline and where we come from here, in September 22, this sort of $6.30 high. I mean, okay, this is the futures chart, so it doesn't really have the history and everything adequately, but we should see significant increases over the coming months. So this is literally about, do we get that small one more low or not? I'd like to see it, but I'm not going to look for it anymore below, as long as, well, if we break above $2.92. So that gives you the framework of how I see this chart. But yeah, the perspective changes with a break above $2.92. So I make that video a little earlier today because the market moved already quite a bit. We've had already a reaction, but minimally, I now need to see a break below the last swing low around $2.52, $2.53 to really suggest that this decline that I want to see is forming. So next levels are $2.86 and then $2.92, and yeah, I mean, above that level, we're likely in a potential breakout, which doesn't mean this is a long trade setup then. Well, a break above resistance doesn't immediately make a long trade setup. What I would then like to see is a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need to see 5 waves up, and then the 3-wave pullback would be that next setup that we can then put onto the chart. For now, I think it's sort of watching for a reaction. Oops, didn't want to do the replay here. For now, I think it's watching for a reaction. If no reaction occurs, change of plan, following an uptrend, watching for a corrective pullback, which should then hold a higher low and could be a pullback entry point. And it would at the same time suggest that the lasting low has already formed, a very substantial low. Yeah, that's my update about Natgas. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our S&P 500 and stock service. You will find the link in the description. It's the Patreon membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.